All right, we're back with the spotlight. We would like to give a moment to our special guest. We want to know, get a little bit more personal with you guys. What do you guys have going on right now in your lives as an educator, a master traveling stylist, and all? Talk to us a little bit.
Well,
whoever want to start, not all at once.
I was gonna say it's probably more exciting. So,
it's exciting. You do a lot. So I am on this new journey of educating. My overall goal is to become an international educator on a bigger platform scale, to motivate, inspire, and just to make a difference in our career. And I enjoy what I do. It's fun. A lot of people don't look at my career as a real job. But a lot of people don't know there's only 3 people that are licensed to touch you, which are cosmetologists, doctors, and morticians. Mm-hmm. Nobody never look into that. They be like, oh, well, you just do hair. You just make basic money. I change people's lives. And that's what I feel like education and hairstylists have in common. We change people's lives. We implant a lot of stuff into our customers, our children, and even our staff to make a better environment for ourselves. So that's my overall thing that I'm trying to do. I just joined a new team called Impact Beauty, which is out of Tampa, Florida. Our mottos is we impact the minds of a million one at a time. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. Actually, in Columbia, South Carolina, in September, we got Info Summit, where we're going to bring 30 elite educators to here. Because everybody goes to Atlanta, they go to all these far places, but Mitch wanted to bring everybody here to just where her foundation started at. So I'm glad to be a part of somebody who's bringing it back to South Carolina, bringing it back home. So if you want more information about that, I can give you more flyers, stuff like that. But it's going to be really, really hot. You get to see over hundreds and thousands of stylists come together to learn. Cool. So I'm really excited, and I'm actually the youngest one on the team. So everybody else in like their 30s, 40s, almost 50s, and I'm just 27. And I feel like I'm on a big platform now, and I'm just excited for it.
That's a great accomplishment.
Thank you.
So, yeah. I am just finished my 8th year in education.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's
it is hard. But like you said, it's definitely worthwhile because you are there trying to change lives. And I currently work at the education level. I'll actually be switching to a new school in the fall, which I'm really excited about. Because one of the things that I was asked when I was interviewing for my new position was how I felt working with a new counselor. And I know a lot of times when you kind of the veteran, which I still don't think of myself, I'm like 8 years is a while, but it's people been in school 20, 30 years. Right. But I'm always excited to work with younger people because I'm like, they've been just fresh out of school, so it's things they can teach me that maybe weren't on the table when I came through. A lot of new ideas, fresh ideas, because after you've been in a field for so long, you kind of ran through a lot of your ideas, so it's always good to have a different viewpoint. But definitely plan on staying in education. I actually am hoping to get back into the flow of going back to school, hopefully next year. I have always put doctor on my vision boards. So maybe it's time to start really working towards those things, making them come true. Still just traveling, enjoying myself when I can. I'm supposed to do Greece next year. So I actually went to Italy last year. I have Mexico in August. And so just I'm real big on mental health right now. Not killing yourself for a job, so to speak. You get in there, you do what you can. Most educators know a lot of times we can be limited in resources. We don't always get a lot of support that we need. And like you said, people don't always see the value in what you're doing when you're trying to change lives. You've seen teachers marching, asking for better pay, asking for more support, more resources. Those are things that will continue because we are valuable resources. We put a lot of time and energy into things. And so just being focused on doing the best that I can 24/7. I'm not going to change everybody's lives. But if I can just get one or two.
Right.
I've done something. I've done what I was supposed to do. And trying to help and assist every child. So those are kind of the things I'm working on, is that balance. Being good mentally, being good spiritually, physically, emotionally. That balance, gotta have it. So that's what I'm working on.
I love it.
And you know, a lot of people don't understand. And the job and the career, let me rephrase that because there's a difference in job and career because we have careers.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't understand mental health is very important, especially dealing with, I deal with women who suffer from hair loss, who have a lot of personal stuff going on at home. So when they sit in my chair, I have to sometimes put myself back and stuff that I'm going through at home to be their counselor or to be their doctor and stuff like that. And sometimes at the end of the day, I'm emotionally drained.
Yeah.
Because my cup, I have, like, my cup was full that morning, but I done poured so much out that I'm empty right now.
Yeah.
So sometimes you need somebody to be that, to pour back into you because you done pour out so much. So, I mean, it comes with the job. I mean, the career that you pick. Like, you have to be ready. I tell people, our career is nothing we take lightly.
No.
Even, like I said, in education, we go hand in hand. You can come up and say, oh, yeah, I can take your job. I tell anybody, walk a day in my shoes. I want to see, can you handle it?
Well, I know I pay somebody to do my hair, so salute, because I can't.
So, and look, I pay people to proofread a lot of my stuff, so I understand it because that's just not in my ministry.
Right.
I can't, like, you know, it's something I never accomplished, and I'm okay with that. But it's everything I have to just work hand in hand and stuff like that. So I tell people, you always give respect where it's due. Like the same way how the teachers march, a lot of people don't know that they're trying to take our licenses away in South Carolina. So they're trying to make it all the money and time that we don't put in. They're trying to make it so anybody can do hair since they already have people in the house doing hair. Why y'all need a license? So that's we're fighting against that every day at the State House because they feel like, oh, you're not really a career, so we're going to take this away from you.
Wow.
But when you think about it, we pay for renewal every 2 years. So you get all over South Carolina, you get people who have to pay $65. Think about it, you get $65 spread off of all of South Carolina. So you're really going to cut all that money that you for our renewals. And if you're a licensed instructor, you have to pay $125. So you really want to just cut all that money off that y'all going to get. Y'all already say that y'all don't have money here at the State House. Don't they say that? So why would you want to cut off the little bit of money that y'all are getting?
That's the beauty of lawmakers, though. They love deciding things about our lives, and they, like, you make laws about education. You've never been in a classroom.
Right.
You have not personally worked with children. Even in public school settings, a lot of lawmakers, if we did a poll, it would be very interesting to see the percentage of people whose children go to charter schools and private schools that are lawmakers. Their children do not attend public schools. So a lot of the issues and things that we deal with, they know nothing about. But then you can sit in a room and you can make these bills and these laws, and because you know how to do it right. Just like with hairstylists, you say, okay, you don't need licenses. So what happens when all these lawsuits come about because people are not being hygienic? People are doing things to your hair, and your hair is falling out. You're trying to discredit work that people have put in place into their crafts and the things they're doing. And it's really nothing to discredit. So,
well, I have a question for y'all too. So where do you see yourselves in, let's say, 10 years?
I will still more than likely be working in education, but I would like to be at an upper level administration. When I say that, not necessarily principal. I'll be honest, I don't want to be a principal.
Jesus,
everybody says, "Oh yeah," no. But I would love to definitely be a part of student services, and I would love to kind of have my own organization going that focuses a lot on post-secondary education. I think my generation, the older millennials, we really missed out on a lot because we were pushed so much towards 4-year schools. And I'm starting to see, just when I look at our student, oh my God, loan debt and all that stuff. I'm like, there were other opportunities like tech school, like considering the military, starting your own businesses, and just really trying to get people to the point that when they leave high school, they're okay. You don't have to stay home. You don't have to try to live off the system because it happens. So wanting people to be a little bit more independent versus dependent.
So going ahead speaking the answer, I actually want to open my own academy. I actually want to train, after they go to hair school, I actually want them to be able to come to my facility, and we do 6 more weeks of upgraded training. Because hair school only teaches you the basics. A lot of people don't know that. You don't go to hair school to learn how to do hair. You go there to teach you how to take a test. Just like in schools that they want you, we train you enough to pass this test to make our school look good on the score. That's the same way how hair school is. I want you to be able to train them and mold them. Because I'm going to be honest with you, most of the students that are coming out now are very ghetto, and they're not very successful. And I'm going to only speak from, the African American community. When we come out of hair school, the first thing they think about, oh, I'm going to frontal, we're going to get you a weave. You don't understand the business of it. Where you can do people natural hair, make just as much money, but you're so stuck on the mind of trying to get this quick money and not really care about this person. Hair care and the condition. So I really want to open the academy solely just not for money and stuff like that, because I feel like in your career money will come, but to really implant and mold them the way they need to be molded.
And it's needed.
And it is needed, because to be honest, in hair school, and I can only speak for me, when I went to hair school, black people only did black people. And I'm just going to be honest, I don't have the best school, nothing like that, because a lot has changed at the school, but I could tell you that I never did perform a color service on a Caucasian person. Now that I'm older now and I took more classes and have more certification, I can do it. Hair is just hair to me.
Yeah.
And I hated that they separated us in school. But they said, okay, white people, y'all just do color so y'all understand how to do this. Y'all gonna make this type of money and stuff like that. And y'all gonna be able to retire at 40. While the black people, y'all just gonna do this right here. And you gonna have to work till you 65, 70, or 80. Because you weren't smart enough to go ahead and put in your retirement and stuff like that. So I want to train them on that. Because a lot of times we, as people, we don't know that in your 20s, you need to start putting up for your retirement.
For real.
Because to be honest, I'll be 37 in about 10 years, but 3 years after that, I'm planning to retire at 40.
Yeah.
And live a really good life. Now, whatever else y'all want to do, that's fine. But I tell people, like, this is what I want to do. So I'm putting the extra steps to do what I need to do now. Like, same way like you say you want to put your own program together, do it. There's nothing stopping you to do it.
And financial literacy will definitely
Yeah.
be a part of it.
Yes.
Because like you say, it's just a lot of disparities that I think were placed on us as groups that we really have got to get away from, because it's keeping us from progressing forward. It's like we're progressing in some areas but not in others. And you still don't see us as prevalent in some areas. Finance, I still feel like we're not visible as blacks. Even government, I feel like we're not visible as blacks. Just a lot of things that are happening. So we still have some areas that we really need to make some leadway in. So I agree with everything. Yeah. Gotta get it working.
Yes.
Well, we appreciate you guys for coming through and hanging out with us today. We enjoyed you guys.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Yes.
That was fun.
We had fun with y'all too.
Yeah, it's good.
You guys are always welcome to come back to the show. We will give you more details on our season finale.
Oh.
And you guys stay tuned for more of the Spotlight.